right, so what do we got here? Today we got the F-16 Fighting Falcon, the new one. It says version 2 on this box. I could have sworn it's version 3 because I know they had like a 4S version, 6S version, which I had like over 4 years ago, and I had a mishap with a gyro. Maybe my fat fingers too, whatever. But then now this one came out, and I was pretty excited about it because that full flying stab is really cool, and I really like that 70mm size of these planes, right? When you look at a lot of the other planes that I got, and a lot of planes that a lot of folks get, like some of the 90s and stuff, they're kind of big. So when you're trying to transport them to the field, it becomes a little pain in the butt. And there's always that, you always want to have that one plane that you can just come to the field, wings on, whole 9 yards, right? And just pull it out, put a battery in, and go flying. So I've kind of gotten away from that for a little while, and lately I've started again. So I got the F5 about a year back. Had my wife get it for me for Christmas, and then I got a Mirage, and then I reacquired the F-16 from E-Fly, which is right there, and then now I'm getting this. Now I got this one, and honestly, I want to keep a small fleet of small birds that just fit in the car and are easy to take because it's just easy. Plus, they're all about 4,000 milliamp pack. You know, that's what they use, so it's always good to have. And with some of these bigger planes that I've been putting together, that 80-inch wingspan Warhawk, I got a 90-inch wingspan Hangar 9 Carbon Cub. I kind of wanted to get to where I'm having planes that are a little smaller and just fit, and I can just take them and fly. Big planes are awesome, they're great. I'm not going to stop putting them together and building them and having fun with them, 90 mils, 80 mils, EDFs. But I still want to have my portion of small planes where I could just drop those in the car, wings on, keep it moving, and go fly. And it's done better than a nice little 70mm jet that still has nice retracts and has a 6S capability. They're fast, they're fun, and then why not try this one out? So without further ado, let's get into this unboxing real quick. I'm trying to make this one quick. I know I talk a lot sometimes. That's what my students say. I'm an instructor, so kind of get that, you know, that I get on some soapboxes sometimes, you know, but that's kind of what I've been told. So do a quick unboxing on this one. Try to keep it under the last couple of them. It's been like 20 minutes on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off. Right off the bat, there's a few things I'll see here. With this bird that I really like. I like that black and white scheme. I think it's awesome. It looks cool, and since I have the 70 mil Thunderbirds, having something different is pretty cool. So I'm excited about this one. Okay, put this box off to the side. This is a really nice box, by the way. Like, I know it's like cardboard cover or whatever, but it's actually looks really nice. It's not like the other ones from some of the other manufacturers, but I think, you know, keeping it, you know, cost effective. I mean, this plane comes in at $295, which I think it's fair because you get a lot of stuff with it, you know. You know, you get the obviously retracts and all that kind of stuff, and now you get full flying stab at 70 mil. I think that's huge, which is what spawned me to just get it. When I saw it come out like that, and I saw all the reviews from some of these guys, I was like, damn. 70 mil with full flying stabs. I was like, I gotta have it. So here's the manual. I'll go over that in a little bit. All right, if I have to say one only gripe, right? And I know I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer because it's not a showstopper, right? But one of the things I'll say, because when I had this plane like 4 years ago, one of the things I did was paint the unpainted foam. So obviously we're modelers, right? And there's certain things that we do. We put together wood planes that take weeks to put together sometimes because life and everything gets in the way, right? So I'm not going to complain about it. But I do wish, right? I'm going to say, do wish that the white would come painted. That being said, is that a showstopper? No. And I understand why they do it. Cost savings, but also weight savings. I get it. It's my preference. I like to have them painted. My E-Fly one, I painted the whole thing white. I went ham on that thing. I just painted the whole thing white. Just because I like painted. Plus, when you scuff them up and you scratch them, right, it's real easy to go over them when they're painted. When they're like this, you're forced to either paint the whole panel or the whole area that's that color, or just kind of deal with it. But other than that, I mean, it looks good. I'll bring it around. It's got the new rails right here, right? You got rails right here. You got ball links right here, right? Looks good. I saw that it comes with some hinges, but I won't muck with them until I really need to, okay? I'm gonna leave that alone. So let's go ahead and get in here. All right, so we got that. We got the other wing right here. We'll take that one out. I took one out. Same thing. Exposed foam. And then here, this is cool. So all of this now just goes bolted on, which is great. Because like I said, I had the other one. I did assemble it. Didn't last me for about 3 minutes, but not even 3 minutes. A gyro took over and I was going in. But yes, but this thing, pretty cool because everything goes bolted on now. So see, you get your bolt stuff right here. It's covered by a sticker there. And your bolts right here. And then on top here, look at that. In case you flip it over, there's carbon fiber spar. So that's excellent. That is really good. Okay. Parts count on this seems very, very low, which is amazing. Nose cone. Okay. So that it's really good when you have a low parts count because honestly, lately I've been putting together, like as far as new planes, all I've been putting together is balsa and more balsa, and obviously I got the junior year to put together. That's gonna be my winter project. But I got a Hanger 9 that I'm about to sneak in between before the winter hits completely, and get a little break from it, from putting together a quick foam plane. It's huge relief because some of those you get so excited you start working on them, but it's like weeks go by and then you get kids basketball, or you got this going on or that going on, and it's like, dang it, man, I haven't had time to put it together, and then you want to get it done. And then you'll see, I'm going to do a video series on my events that have happened with the P40. Not all great, but not all bad. And you know, you start putting things together, this, that, the other, and then, oh, well, this needs a little mucking up with, or this needs some fixing, you know. But these foam planes is just nice because you kind of just put them together, you assemble them in a few seconds, you know, like that doesn't really cut. I say seconds, but compared to what it's taken me to put some of these wood planes together or these balsa planes together, this is good, you know. I kind of need a break from that, you know. So that's awesome. Spar right here. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, you got the missile rails. This is another thing that I really like. So on the E-flite one, right? On the E-flite one, I first off, I didn't like the missiles because obviously we know that the Thunderbirds don't have missiles, right? Well, I didn't like them, so I cut them off. But then if you cut them off, well, on the other one, I didn't really take my time because I was and I just put like popsicle sticks through them. These actually went and got the same carbon fiber rods that they put on the back of this, and I put them across the whole bottom of them, and I cut those missiles out. And then I painted them, sanded them down, painted them, make them look pretty good. And I was excited about it. But this is cool because this is plastic. So if you do scuff, right, you come down on it, whatever the case may be, right? The good thing about this is that all you gotta do is, you know, sand it down, put some paint on it, keep it moving. Plane's good to go. Go to Home Depot, get yourself some touch-up paint, and then you're in the zone again, ready to roll, you know? So I like that because I like to keep my planes as best condition as I can. That doesn't necessarily mean it always happens because obviously life, right? And I live in the desert now. So there's no forgiving grass anywhere. It's all dirt and stuff. But, you know, not complaining. Just saying. Oh yeah, so it does come with some, ooh, stuff's falling all over the place. Oh, these are the ventral fins right here, right? Ventral fins, pitot tube, some other tube. And then these are hinges. Even if I was to rehinge this plane, I probably wouldn't use these. I like those flat ones. They're just, in my opinion, easier for me to put on. Not that those ain't good. I'm not saying that. I don't want nobody getting mad at me. All right, here's all the stuff to assemble this thing. And then it should have some other foam pieces that go in the back. I'm gonna have to find them suckers here in a second. But yeah, so here we go. Look, check it out. Bam! That is cool. I remember when I first unboxed it before I mucked up the other one. But this one with the full flying styles, it's game changer, guys. All right, let me put this in here and let me make sure that I'm not, it's missing some little pieces in the back. I wonder if they're on the bottom. Let's put this right here for now, right? I have 8 million stands. They're all being used with planes right now that I'm working on. I got stuff going on, you know. just the life of the hobbyist, modeler, whatever you want to call it. I'm not complaining, guys. I'm not. This is awesome to be able to do this and fly RC planes and all that good stuff, right? Oh, here they are. Bam! Always look through your box. Don't be losing stuff. That's never fun. All right, so check it out. Bam! Look at this. All right. So, very nice. Very nice. It looks really good. Let's look at this canopy real quick here. I'm gonna put it down on the ground there. Hopefully nothing. Oh man, see, this is nice. So this one you can actually move that battery back more. Now I'm not one of those guys that just wants to fly with the battery out in the butt, down here in the tail. That's not me. I fly in normal spots, right? So I put somewhere up front. Most of my planes are nose heavy, and people be like, "Yeah, you're fine, nose heavy." It is what it is. It's just the way I do things. But it's good. So I'm happy about this, because if I wanted to put a 5,000, I could bring it in back more, and that does help out with that. Now I'll probably just fly it on 4,000s, but that case being that I have that space there, so it's perfect. I like this because the E-flat one is a little smaller base, so you're forced to just put those batteries as far back as you can, and keep it moving. So on this one you can put a 4,000, maybe slice it back a little bit. You could put a 5,000 like one of these HRBs and move it back a little bit, and you'll be fine. So that's actually a really big plus. Now, down to the minors. Like I said earlier, I like the foam painted. Some of the plastic on this is awesome. The only thing I wish they would do is that the E-Flight one of these, I have it right there, has these in plastic, right? When you're transporting, when you try to throw this in your car and go flying real quick, that helps. And if you're flying off a runway where maybe you would go into some grass or something like that, that would help. And so not having it sucks a little bit, but it's not a big deal. It really isn't a showstopper. Everything else that they've done to improve this model is amazing. I love every part of it. I love how these go screwed on. Look, I'm in the military, so when I go to move, this is a pain in the butt. Moving these planes is a pain in the butt, right? So anything that I can put back in a box, or anything that I can break down as much as I can and put in a box with some bubble wrap around it is key. Some of these big ones right now, I don't know how I'm gonna move them, honest talk, right? Because when I moved out here, I didn't have these humongous wood planes. I had a few, but not this big. So stuff like this, I have to kind of like start realizing where I'm at and where I live and my situation. And this stuff like this is great because I could take them apart and I could probably keep this box and put it right back in the box, which I'm gonna have to start doing with some of these planes. So some of these pieces, I might just magnet on the back and see if I can get away with that. Hopefully I can, right? Maybe put piece of wood, slide it in, put some magnets and go that route. And I might do that just because it'll make life easy for me, because I could put this plane right back in there and transport it. When you're in the military, movers aren't the best, Luckily, I normally take a lot of stuff in my truck with me when I go to PCS or get out of here. But a plane like this is great, so it's awesome. Anyways, this is it. It'll probably take me like half hour to put together, and then another 15-20 minutes to set the receiver. I want to put a gyro in it right off the bat, just in case. I know that it's probably not going to need it. I've watched some of the videos on the RC Informer and Wesley from Motion RC, and they've flown it without a gyro. And most of these Freewing planes, like realistically, some of them kind of need it, like the Griffin, the Mirage, even to get the wobble out of the MiG-21, right? But most of these planes, like the F-22, the A-10, a lot of the A4 or the F4, they don't really need gyros. They fly just great without them. So, but I'm gonna put it in just to have it. Most of the time on my F-22, I fly without it, and I turn it on if I really need to, or it gets windy. But I fly normally without them on some of those. Now, like I said, the Mirage, no, that sucker stays on. And I've flown it without it. It flies fine without it too, by the way. I've done both. So anyways, this is it. I'm gonna put it together, and then I'll come back. Once I put it all together, I'll take a quick snap a couple pictures and put them on at the end of the video so you guys can check it out. So sorry for rambling. I just just talking a little bit here. So, your hobby life out.